Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen Nelson, aka the Designer in Jeans. What I mean when I say rosé all day. This is the color we selected today as a kitchen and glam. Welcome to the Blind Design Challenge. So the first thing I want to do is show you my screen here. Okay, as you can see here, we are on the Sherwin-Williams website, and this is for SW6290 Rosé. And what they say is that Sherwin-Williams describes rosé as a sophisticated, cool-toned hue that bridges the gap between pink and red-purple rather than acting as a vivid blush. It is a bright grayish rose categorized under their red paint family, which offers a muted, soft, and elegant approach to design. So my first thoughts going into this glam and this rose color, since this is a kitchen and last time I just did it through accents, I might go really bold on this to get the glam and just ultra femme. So when you come into this house or this apartment, you see this color on the kitchen cabinets. I've got to find what I could do to like bring it down to earth, keep it that feminine glam touch, but we may go all in on this. This could be fun setting. So the rosé is going to be the backdrop on the cabinets. So when you do that, this is going to catch your attention, right? I wanted to show you this. If you look at this, and this is really pretty, this is marble. And if you look at this, it's got some really heavy veining, right? This to me would be a bad choice to go with what we've already done. The color, the gray's not bad, the white's not bad, none of that's bad. We're getting, this is a little probably too brown. This has like even a muddier color, which we don't want. But this one's pretty. They're getting a little bit less than this one in the veining. We're getting there. But this one, this is the one that I selected. The reason I'm selecting this is because it is not too bold to fight against this. Look how stunning this is. This is just beautiful. This is something that people will talk about for a long, long time. So let's go ahead and find that cabinet or the cabinet pools and let's play off of this. But see how the veining does not fight? It just kind of like moods out. It's so elegant and so beautiful. That is one rule I want for you to get. If you get nothing else, it is do not have everything in there fighting for attention. You definitely don't want that. You want one major thing and the rest of it just adds to it. I just found something. We're not going to use these in this design, but they are so pretty. I've never used this website before, so definitely check it out before you do anything. But if you are looking for something to like add to your white cabinets or your gray cabinets or even black really, or wood maybe no. So black, white, or gray. You could add these. It's very feminine. It looks like pearls. I've never seen any like this. So let me show you. So here they are. This is gonna go under honorable mention because wow. These are just wow. They're expensive. So I would say maybe if money's not an option, you could put them all over your kitchen. If money's an option, maybe you could put them in like a living room on that cabinetry, somewhere where it's going to be less cabinets. But wow, this looks like pearls to me. This is fantastic. No clue about the website, no clue about how it feels in your hand, but this is something. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I just had to put these on there. That's just gorgeous. Comes in different finishes here too. So definitely worth looking at. All right, so I wanted to show you here on my screen, this is the design we've come up with so far. But as you can see, it's a little disjointed, right? I have some wood elements here. I have some higher glam elements here, more wood. Okay, so this is where I lost the plot. This is why these mood boards are so important. You've got to take what's in your head, you've got to really push it out. So by doing this, I could see these bar stools to me were absolutely gorgeous, but they're more just transitional. I could probably even use them in modern, but it's not high enough glam. So when I found these with the gold and the white, it ends up tying. So this looks warm and inviting, right? But it's not. Something just feels slightly off. It is, let me see if I can make that bigger. See how that just doesn't feel super glam? It just kind of like fades out. There's the gold, I'm looking at the right elements, but it just falls short. So something fell off, so I took these and let me just delete that. And then I went back in. I was like, okay, we got to find a, let me make it bigger for you to start. We have to find a glam bar stool. We can't just fall short at the end on the bar stools. We need to find a glam bar stool. So we found these. This is all white material. And then it does come in a ton of options. You could even get more white if you wanted. And then this is gold right here for your feet. So see the difference there? It is so, it makes such a difference. This is another place. I was like, okay, so because this is so bold over here, the color, right? For cabinets, it's definitely going to grab your attention. I thought, perfect. What we'll do is we'll take these floating shelves and we'll break it up with some wood. That's great. That's great in cottage. That's great in traditional, transitional, anything like that. But what it does with glam is this wood right here throws it off. It warms it to the point where it's like too organic for glam. Glam is just very, in my opinion at least, very flashy, very eye-catching. So that's where I lost the plot. So having seen that, I was like, okay, what else could be cool? I want to design something like this. I want to break up those cabinets. What did I find? I decided I was going to go acrylic. So I want this look here with the floating shelves with cabinets over to the left and cabinets over to the right and all below. And I want to have acrylic shelving with the gold pops. So it takes it from that natural organic that is changing the glam and it brings it right back to glam, because glam is this, the golds, the acrylics, all these materials, and it makes such a difference. So we're going to delete this guy. This one over here, still kind of playing with it. I feel as though that would be kind of cool to layer and get rid of the openness that this one will bring. It'll stop your eye. So let's see what that looks like. If we do that, my eye, when I'm looking over, I'm going to see the back of these. I'm going to see these, the countertop, and then a backdrop of that with, these don't look very good when you do that just by the cut of it, but that with these pools, and that looks beautiful. So I think we will actually go with these, and this one I could show you the same thing. My eye's not going to stop, so you could actually go either way. I think I'm going to put a stop to it. I'm going to put a visual stop with this gold. It blends, it pulls the glam right in, but it does give your eye a little bit of a break between. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of this guy. But these mood boards are absolutely important. This is where you catch these things. This is where you don't buy a bunch of pieces that you don't like. So even as a designer, I will pick something, my brain will be going on one train, and then all of a sudden I go, wait a minute, I lost the plot. So time to get back to the plot. Okay, so here is the final design. I am going to be, of course, looking right below you, but I kind of want to talk you through this. So I did find these right here. This again is the cabinet color, and then I found these a little bit easier to give you a view this way. I love that there's like a little curvature and a little fun to these. It gives you an element and it still makes it a little bit more, but it doesn't fight. So we got it in the gold. These will be, of course, flipped the other way, except for on the pull-out lower cabinets, but on the doors, they'll be like this. Or you could do these just on the doors, or on the drawers, and then on the doors you could do just a little gold knob too. So you have the option to match it all, or to do knobs on doors, and pulls would be on the drawers. That was hard for me to get out, but it's true. Okay, so as I said, I decided to switch to these pendants. These pendants would be over your island. The reason I chose to go this route, I had gone a couple times, but the reason I decided to do this instead of the clear that I initially selected was because I wanted my eye to stop. I wanted something to block it a little bit. And these pair, I mean, that is beautiful together. That gold with that rosé, beautiful. So these are going to capture your eye, and then the layered effect behind it will be the cabinets with those little knobs. It's going to be fantastic. All right, because of all the boldness, I went over why I selected this slab. This is a marble slab. I'm sure you could find something like this in like a quartz if you didn't want to do marble, but we have no budget. We are going glam. We are going all in. So we went for this with, there is veining, there is movement to it, but it's not fighting this color again. That is very important. And it does give you a lot of depth looking at it here. So we went with this countertop. And again, this is gonna roll right up the backsplash because I want elegance to pop through on this glam and not just be so many elements going that we can't decide what to do. These are the stools that I found. I love these stools. The back gives you a little more of an opening there, you can see, and then it gives you that white with the gold. These fit perfectly and they will not distract. They just kind of, look at that gold being pulled in here again and here. That repetition is where it's at. Now, last week, I did a very bold green KitchenAid, but this, I do not sleep on this. I have not tested one out, so I don't know about the quality. The ratings look really good online, but do not sleep on Drew Barrymore's line. I think this is it. It's either at Target or Walmart. I can't remember where I've seen them, but Drew Barrymore killed it with this design, or whoever did this for her. I love the gold, love the white. How classy will that look on your island or on your countertop? It doesn't take away. It's just, oh, it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So don't sleep on Drew Barrymore. Do check the ratings though. I believe it's checking out really good, but just double check. All right, for some more fun stuff, I did show you that I had kind of lost the plot and I was going with the wood shelving to kind of break it up. No go on that. I switched to this acrylic. When you do something like this though, you are going to have to, you're drilling into marble or whatever your backdrop is, so you are going to need someone to help you with that unless you are able to do that on your own. And what you put up here is not going to be your heavy plates and stuff. It may be a few mugs, some carefully placed items, maybe even some greenery. You're definitely not going to weigh these down. They have a lower weight limit. So keep that in mind. Ask your handyman, your remodeler, whoever is in charge of this, ask them what that's rated for. And of course, check for yourself online, but once they screw it in, ask them what they think it'll hold. These, I believe all of these were from Putter. Okay, so these are West Elm, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so those are from West Elm. So we have two sets of plates. I love the scalloped. I love, it looks like there's a little gold in these, which is fantastic. Look at, oh, that is, yes, I love it. So I'm gonna link both of these. But there's this option, or if you wanted to go girly, you could look at that pink. This has a little more purple to it, but this pink would be so beautiful. And this is such a cool glam option. You can go really girly or you can go really classy over here. So yes, on both of those. Here is the glam runner I found. This one is called the Marilyn Monroe. So it's always been fun. I've always wanted to spec one of these. I think I've done it one time and I loved it. But this is a fun little runner just to go over where your sink is or your stove is, just for padding for you. Make sure you put a padding below it as well so you don't slip and slide. But this is a great way to bring in some of that gold. It's not really going to be seen unless you're at the correct angles, but it's a cool little addition here. All right, for this, they have come so far with appliances. So this is white appliances with gold handles. How gorgeous is that? So you can picture that here if you wanted to break it up, or if you want it to disappear, they also offer, places offer wrapping and actual like painting, I believe, of appliances to match the color that you have. So you can make it disappear, or you could make them part of the design and get this white with gold. If you do make them disappear, I would be looking on the lookout for the gold handles versus the silver here, just to keep it consistent. We do have a little silver over here. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I do think you would notice it when you have the gold hardware on the cabinets and then do this. So if that makes you nervous or you cannot find that, I would probably lean towards the white with the gold. It's classic. If you ever change your mind about your cabinets, you don't have to start all over. You can just live with the white and gold and then change your cabinet color. So this is our design. Is this something you would put in your kitchen? Something to think about. Thank you so much for being here today. We really enjoy doing this. I hope you're finding fun in design like I am, and I hope you're learning a little something too. So if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you again next week.